Good evening and welcome to Mountain Grove Panther Volleyball here on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. It's Moose coming to you live from the arena here in Mountain Grove, or the Coliseum as Brush likes to call it. I've got Maddie Kaufman joining me on the mic tonight. We might actually get her to say something this evening. She did join us for one volleyball game earlier, and I thought she was going to have all kinds of insight, but I think we got her to say maybe 2 words. So maybe tonight Maddie will bless us with her volleyball knowledge, and I won't sound so stupid on the mic. That's neither here nor there, though. It is all brought to you, or your pregame show anyway, is brought to you by our friends over at Hawkins Home and Lawn. Make sure you check out Hawkins Home and Lawn. They've got you covered with whatever your needs are for anything home and lawn, and then some. Stop by and check it out. That's our friends over at Hawkins Home and Lawn. Hey, we're going to get you, like I said, all schooled up on what's going on here tonight. It was senior night, 2 seniors on this team. Addison Watson and Kylie Roth were the 2 seniors for you tonight. They've already walked their senior night, honored them. Big congratulations go to those 2. And we're getting set for the varsity action here. Let's talk a little bit about it. Mountain Grove Lady Panthers facing off against the Salem Lady Tigers. Both Class 3 schools, 40% win rate for Mountain Grove, looking at 34% for the Salem Lady Tigers. On the season, your Panthers 11-15-1, the Lady Tigers 11-20-1. At home record for the Lady Panthers are 2-3, and at home for the Lady Tigers 3-5. Away record for the Panthers is 4-5, and the Lady Tigers have a 2-7 record. Looking at a 1.3 points per match versus 1.1 and 1.5 points allowed versus 1.8. Some common opponents for you. Panthers took the win at Ava, and Salem did not. Both teams took a loss to Kabul Eminence. The Lady Panthers hold a win over Lady Tigers took a loss to Hollister. Has a win over both teams. Panthers hold a win over Houston, and Salem Lady Tigers do not. This matchup history that I have available to me, looking at 17-2 record, Lady Panthers with 17 wins and 2 losses. Postseason 1-0, and we're on a 3-year win streak here versus Salem. That's the way it shakes out for you. Last night was a tough one down in night before, Tuesday night. I forgot what night it is already. Tuesday night, rough night down there in Willow. They had a couple of those middle hitters that could jump out of the gym and swing for all they were worth, 6'1" and 6'2", and they passed the eye test when it came to volleyball, let me tell you. And we ended up taking that one 5 sets, and Lady Panthers ended up falling there. They come in here to senior night hungry for a win. It is the final home game. Well, it's not the final home game because we're at home for districts, but it's the final home game of regular season tonight and senior night, so a really important matchup here tonight. Got to get the W for those 2 girls that will be graduating. We're going to go ahead and send it back to the studio. We're minutes away from the opening set here at home tonight in the arena at Mountain Grove. It's right here on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. Welcome back to Mountain Grove Panther Volleyball here on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. We are at the arena tonight, last home game, senior night here for the Lady Panthers as they are announcing the starting lineups for the Salem Lady Tigers as we speak. And of course their rosters don't have all the numbers on it. That would be, you know, some kind of surprise if they did. I couldn't tell you who number 24 is out there because they don't have her number on the roster. Starters coming for your Lady Panthers right now. We're going to start Addie Watson tonight, the senior. Lila Golden will start as well, number 11. Addie, and that's Kylie Roth. I almost called her sister. That would have made her mad. And then Hadley Driscoll, Aubrey Gerla, and Sophie Peterson. And your libero for tonight, Sadie Schober. And a lineup for a moment of silence now after we already did the national anthem. Or we're going to run around the net, one of the two. And here we go. Yep, we're getting ready to get set to go here as everybody's going to shake hands. So starters on the floor for both teams. We're set to go here. Last minute preparations from both teams. Getting set to go. Maddie?
Yeah.
This is where you would fill some time as the color commentator. She's like, what are you supposed to say? I don't know. And we're going to sub out to Schober, and Aubrey Gerla will check in. So on the floor for the Lady Panthers, you'll have Roth, Watson, Driscoll, Gerla, Golden, and Peterson. And the officials are all there. I don't know what we're waiting on now. Somebody to serve the ball here. They're subbing out on the other side. That's what we're waiting for. So now that all the subbing is done, we're going to get a whistle, and there's the ball. It looks like we're ready to go. Maybe. And we are ready to go, and it will be Panthers to serve first. Kylie Roth will go back to serve for Mountain Grove. Roth back to serve. Jump serve coming. She'll get it over a little too hard. It flies out the back. 1-0 Salem. 16 for Salem is going to go back to serve. That's Fulton. 6-foot middle blocker, an outside hitter. And she'll send it on its way. Roth will bump it up to the front line, set up for Gerla, and she'll send that one wide of the mark. 2-0 Salem. Once again back to serve, that's Fulton. She'll get it over the net. Roth will bump it up. Driscoll sets it up for Watson. She'll bump it over. Sets it up for the outside hitter on Salem's side of things. Panthers not able to handle it. Driscoll dove for it. Gave him a chance at it. It was too far to the right. Makes it 3-0 Salem. Here in the first set, don't forget you can join this on YouTube and watch it, or watch it at Panther Productions as well on Facebook. 4-0 Salem. Serve coming. Over the net. Gerla will bump it up to Driscoll. She'll set it for Peterson, who fires it over. They'll bump it back up to the front line. Peterson reaches up and tips it down. First Panther point of the night here, 4-1. And that's going to send Aubrey Gerla back to serve for the Panthers. Virtue will check in for Driscoll. Serve gets across. They'll bump it up for the middle hitter, and that's going to fall in front of Roth just outside of the mark. 5-1. Sub coming in here as Roth comes out, and Kelly will check in. That's Kaylee Virtue that checked in, by the way. 5-1, Salem leads here. Panthers need to get this one under control. Back to serve, number 10. That's Gallagher. She'll get it over, set up for Golden, and she'll fire it over and score for the Panthers. Makes it 5-2. Now Lila checks out. Ellie Kreiner checks in. And Watson will check out, and Schober will check in. Back to serve is Schober. Serve coming. She'll get it over. It'll be dug out by the back line. They'll set it for the left side outside hitter. She fires one across, and it gets down in front of Kelly. Makes it 6-2. Dynamite drop in there, Maddie. That broadcast school's really paying off. She has no idea what I'm talking about. 6-2. The score here. Salem back to serve. That's number 14. She'll send it on its way. Schober will dig it out. Gerla sets it for Peterson, who fires it across. And bumped the wrong way from Salem, and that's a Panther point, 6-3. Ah, you're trying to do the scoreboard too? Okay, I'll give you a break. Not that I would give Tim a break though. Serve coming, that's Sophie Peterson. She'll send it on its way. And that's an ace. 6-4. Panthers starting to put it together out there. Sophie Peterson back to serve again. She'll send it on its way. Backline digs it out, bumped up to the front, and can't get it to the net. It falls on the Salem side of things, makes it 6-5. Panthers within one here. Student section starting to get into it. Sophie Peterson with the serve. She'll get it across. Backline digs it out. They'll set it for the outside hitter on the right side. She fires it over. It hits the delineator and goes out. Tied at 6. So Panthers with 5 unanswered here. Serve coming. She'll send it. They'll dig it out and set it for the outside hitter on the left side. She'll fire it over. Peterson digs it out. Sets it up for Kelly. She's able to bump it over. And the Panthers will get the point. Illegal hit for Salem. 7-6, Panthers take the lead. And Sophie Peterson will send it on its way again. She gets it across, backline digs it out. They'll set it up for the front line, bump back to the Panthers now. Peterson to Gerla, to Kreiner. That's a Panther point. Ellie Kreiner with the kill. 8-6. Lady Panthers starting to roll. Serve coming. Sophie Peterson sends it on its way. It'll be dug out by the back line. She hits it. Oh, that's not going to happen. She hit it to the left of the official, almost well way out of bounds. And it was too far past the net for anybody to do anything with it. 9-6 Panthers. Peterson yet again. She'll send it over. Back line will dig it out. They set it for the middle hitter. But Kelly will reach over and push it across, and that gets down. 10-6 Panthers. Peterson will go back once again. Serve coming. Into the net. Point goes to Salem. 10-7 the score. And Sophie will check out, and for the Panthers, checking in will be Hannah Dowden. Serve comes across. Virtue will bump it up to the front line. They set it for Kreiner. She fires it. Virtue with the dig that saves it. They'll send it back over to Salem side of things now. They'll bump it up for the outside hitter. She fires it over. That was Dowden with the diving save to get it back up to the front line, but they just couldn't do anything with it once it got there. 10-8. Panthers still up 2 here, and back to serve is number 15. That's Fulton. She'll send it over. Virtue will dig it out this time. Kreiner bumps it up for Virtue. Virtue fires it across, blocked, but she's able to save it. Pushed across by Kelly to Salem side of things. Now they'll set it up for their outside hitter. That's picked up by the libero, bumped across by Virtue. Now they'll set it on the other side. They fire it back over. Dowden with a diving save. Sets it for Kelly, and that's a Panther point. 10-8 or 11-8 now. And Virtue will check out. Driscoll will check in. Hadley, Driscoll, Hannah Dowden, Sadie Schober, Gurla. Well, she gets an ace there on the serve. Does Driscoll. Aubrey Gurla, Rowan Kelly, Sadie Schober. Who else am I missing? Ellie Kreiner. Serve gets over. Salem gets it back over the net just barely. Kreiner fires one over. They're able to dig it out. They'll set it up for the outside hitter. She reaches up and pokes it across, but Aubrey Gurla was there to block it, but it went out of bounds. 12-9. Back to serve, number 3. That's Allison Walters, first Salem. She'll send it on its way. It gets over the nets, dug out by Schober, set by Driscoll, fired by Kelly, but it's blocked. Big block in the middle, number 16. That's Fulton, the middle blocker. 6-foot senior. She plays it well. 12-10 the score. Serve coming. They'll get it across. That's dug out by Dowden, set by Driscoll, poked over by Aubrey Gurla, and they blocked it, but it went out of bounds. Makes it 13-10 Panthers. Sub coming as Schober comes out, and Lila Golden checks in. Sends Ellie Kreiner back to serve for the Lady Panthers. 13-10 the score. Kreiner with service. She'll send it on its way, and that's out the back. Point will go to Salem, makes it 13-11. Subs coming now as Watson checks in and Kreiner checks out. And we're getting some subs on the other side too for Salem. 13-11 the score. Don't forget you can watch this one on YouTube at Mountain Grove Panther Athletics. That's what Maddie's pretending to do over there. Serve coming. Dug out by Kelly, set up by Driscoll, fired over by Golden. They'll dig it out on the other side of things now. They'll set it up for their outside hitter, and she puts it where the Panthers aren't, makes it 13-12. You're just going to let me pick on you the whole time, and you're not going to say anything?
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty bad. 13-12 the score. Serve coming from Salem. Dug out by the back line, set by Driscoll. That's Kelly poking it across. They'll bump it up and set it for the middle hitter this time. She tries to put it where the Panthers aren't, but Driscoll gets to it. Now Dowden, now Kelly, and that's a Panther point. 14-12. That'll send Rowan Kelly back to serve. Like Dowden checks out. Schober checks in. Serve coming. She'll get it across. They'll bump it up, set it for the outside hitter. Big swing coming, but that's out the back. 15-12 now. Panthers with a 3-point advantage here, and Rowan Kelly going back to serve. Rowan Kelly with the jump serve coming. She'll fire it across the back line. Will bump it up. They'll set it for the outside hitter on the right side. She fires it over. Kelly can't get a hand on it, and that point goes to Salem. It's 15-13. Subs coming as Kelly checks out and Roth checks in. So Peterson, Driscoll, Golden, Schober, Roth, and Gerla on the floor. Serve coming, they'll get it across. It's bumped up by Roth, then Golden. Peterson fires it, but it lands in the net. (15-14) the score. Here comes the serve. And she'll get it across. It's going to be set by Driscoll, pushed over by Peterson, and there was nobody there to respond. 16-14. Great job by Peterson, putting it where they're not. And Hadley Driscoll will check out. Virtue checks in. Aubrey Gerla back to serve. She'll send it on its way. It'll be dug out by the back line. Middle setter will set it for the outside hitter. And she fires it into the net, makes it 17-14 Lady Panthers. And that'll send Aubrey Gerla back to serve for Mountain Grove. She'll give it a ride. It'll be bumped up to the front, set for the outside hitter. There's the swing, and the Panthers will pick it up. Roth digs it out. Set for Peterson, and she hits it just a tad too hard, and it flies out the back line, makes it 17-15. Subs often and early on both teams. 17-15 if you're just joining us. Lady Panthers are leading the first set of the night. Salem back to serve. They'll give it a ride. It'll get over. Peterson will bump it up to Gerla, who sets it for Peterson, who flies up to the net and pushes it across. On the other side now, big swing from the outside hitter. Roth will dig it out. They'll set it for Virtue, who fires one across, and they can't handle it. 18-15, Lady Panthers. Lila Golden's going to check out, and Watson checks in. Now Watson checks out. That was quick. Now Watson will check out. And Ellie Kreiner checks in. Serve coming. That's Schober with the serve. Sets it for the outside hitter, fires it. And oh, they almost kept it together. That was a couple of oh-no swings to keep it up in the air, and then unfortunately fell on the Panthers side of things. 18-16. More rotation on Salem side of things. Boy, they rotate often, like every other play. 18-16 the score. Serve coming from Salem. They'll get it over. Schober will set it up to the front line to Gerla, to Peterson, who fires it across. They'll dig it out, bump it up. Set for the outside hitter. She fires it across. Gerla unable to get it to go the right way. Took an odd angle at it, and it flew backwards instead of forwards. We're 18-17. From Salem, serve coming. Serve gets across. Schober will bump it up. Set to Gerla for Virtue. She'll send it. They'll dig it out on the other side. Outside hitter fires one over. Gerla will dig it out. Schober sets it for Virtue. She has it blocked, and then a second attempt gets it over. Now on Salem side of things, they'll set it for the outside hitter. She pushes it across with some touch. Gerla able to dig it out. Back over to the other side of things now. They'll set it for the middle hitter now, and she gets it through the block. Tied at 18. And we're going to get a timeout here as Coach Bobby Joe Bayer wants to talk it over with her team. We'll send it back to the studio and get a word from our Panther sponsors right here on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. Welcome back to Mountain Grove Panther Sports here on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. We are at the arena tonight, tied at 18. It's senior night. Lady Panthers versus the Lady Tigers of Salem. On the floor for the Lady Panthers, you got Ellie Kreiner out there. Virtue, let's see, who else do we got? Rowan, nope, not Rowan. Schober, Roth, Peterson, and Gurla. Gurla bumps it across there, back to the Panthers now. Kreiner sets it for Gurla, back to Kreiner. Kreiner fires it across. Salem will bump it up now and set it for the outside hitter. She'll fire it over. Gurla able to dig it out. Schober sets it for Virtue, who fires it across. That's a kill. 19-18. This would be the opportunity for you to add something.
I don't know what to add.
You don't know what to add? Are you watching the same game I am?
Yeah.
Okay. Peterson back to serve. She'll send it. This is, you put high school kids with us, and this is what we do. We just make her aggravated until she doesn't want to do it anymore. No, I'm kidding. 20-18 is the Panthers score here. And Peterson will go back to serve for the Lady Panthers. It's 20-18, Panthers lead. Serve coming. She'll get it across. They'll dig it out and bump it up. Outside hitter pushes it across. Panthers able to pick it up. There's Ellie Kreiner with the swing at one, and she'll send it across. Dug out. Now back to the Panthers. That's Kelly who sets it for Kreiner, and Kreiner scores. 21-18. Sophie Peterson back to serve again. She'll send it on its way. It'll be dug out. They'll set it for the outside hitter on the right side. She puts it across with some touch. Panthers able to pick it up. Schober to Kreiner. Kreiner fires it. It's dug out on the other side. Now the outside hitter on the other side with some touch, but it's dug out by the Panthers. Schober sets it from the floor, and Panthers get it across now to the other side. Now back to the Panthers. They'll set it for Virtue, who fires it. That's in. Panther point, 22-18. And Peterson will go back again for the Lady Panthers. And she'll send it on its way, and that's an ace. 23-18. The Dirty Bird in the middle. Serve coming. Peterson gets it across. They'll dig it out. Bumped up and across to the Panthers. Schober to Gurla to Kelly. She's blocked, but Gurla able to pick up the dig. Peterson sets it the wrong way, and the Panthers lose the point there. 23-19. Peterson will come out. Dowden will check in. Back to serve number 15. That's Fulton, the outside hitter. She'll fire it over. It's dug out by Schober. Set for Kreiner. She'll fire it. Outside hitter bumps it across to the Panthers. That was Gurla that pushed it across. Now back as Kreiner dives for that one. Unable to get to it. 23-20, your score here in the first. Serve coming. She'll get it across. Virtue will dig it out. Set by Gurla, pushed across by Kelly, and that's a Panther point. It is set point here, 24-20 the score. We're gonna get some subs here as Virtue will check out, Driscoll will check in, and Driscoll goes back to serve for the Lady Panthers. Set point here, serve coming. She'll get it across, it'll be bumped up to the front line, outside hitter, big swing, dug out by Schober. Driscoll sets it for Gurla. She fires it over. It'll be dug out on the other side. They'll bump it up for the outside hitter. She sends it. Schober with the dig. Driscoll with the set. There's Ellie Kreiner who fires one over. And somehow or another, Salem able to get it over the net. Driscoll will set this one for Kelly. You're not touching that, as Rowan Kelly ends the first set, 25-20. We'll send it back to the studio to get a word from your Panther sponsors right here on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. Good evening and welcome back to Mountain Grove Panther Athletics. Mountain Grove Panther Sports, wherever we are. Here on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99, as we get started in the second set here. Looks like Salem will score the first point, as it just wouldn't go over for Rowan Kelly there. 1-0. Panthers led the first set and won the first set 25-20. Salem to serve. Serve coming. She'll get it across here. That's Peterson with the dig. Driscoll with the set. Aubrey Gerla puts it home for a Panther point, tied at 1. Back to serve for the Panthers, Rowan Kelly. Jump serve coming from Rowan. They'll dig it out on the back line. Poked over by Salem. They'll set it for Sophie Peterson. She fires it across, just a little long there. 2-1 Salem. And we're going to get some substitutions here as Rowan Kelly will come out. Kylie Roth checks in. Senior night tonight. Roth, one of those seniors. Her and Watson, the two seniors on this varsity team. Serve coming from Salem. They'll send it on its way. Roth with the dig. Driscoll with the set. That's Gerla. Fires it across. The back line able to pick it up. They'll send it back across now. Peterson with the dig. Driscoll with the set. Peterson fires it. And somehow it flies out of bounds. I thought they were going to get it over again, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
And we'll get another substitution here as Hadley Driscoll will check out and Virtue checks in for the Lady Panthers. And Aubrey Gerla goes back to serve. She'll send it on its way. It'll be dug out by the back line. Middle setter sets it for the outside hitter. She fires it over. It's dug out by Schober, set by Gerla. Fired by Virtue, and you're not touching that. 3-2. Virtue with the heater. There's Gerla with the serve. She'll get it across. It's bumped up to the front line. They'll set it for the outside hitter who fires it across. Virtue blocked it and then tipped it back to another Panther who fired it across, and that's a Panther point there, 4-2. And Gerla will go back again to serve. Serve coming. She'll get it across. They dig it out, set it up for the outside hitter. They fire it across. Roth puts a wing on it, but can't do anything with it. Makes it 4-3. Did you just accuse me of talking all the time? Or were you talking to your dad?
Dad.
No, you can't point at him. You got to tell everybody. It was your dad that you were talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say, we're on the radio. Pointing doesn't work.
Well, I said dad
Yeah.
and pointed.
I got you. Serve coming, that'll be in the net. Panthers go up 5-3 here. Sub coming in as Golden checks out and Kreiner checks in. That sends Schober back to serve. Sadie Schober, the lefty, sends it on its way. It's dug out by the back line. They'll set for the outside hitter. She sends it, bumped up by Gerla. Set for Virtue, who fires it over. They'll dig that one out now. Set up for the outside hitter on their side. She bumps it over. Diving dig from Gerla. Set up for Virtue. She fires it back across. They'll dig it out now. Set for the other side. And blocked by Peterson. 6-3 Panthers. And that'll send Schober back to serve. She'll fire it over. Back line digs it out. Middle setter sets it for the outside hitter. They bump it across. Dug out by Gerla. Set by Peterson for Virtue. And it's blocked back to the Panthers side of things, and they can't get to it. 6-4. Six to 4. We're in the second set here. Lady Panthers lead 1-0 and up by 2 in this one. Serve coming. Peterson with the dig. Set by Gerla. Virtue pushes it over. They'll dig it out on the other side and set it up and bump it back across to the Panthers now. Set by Gerla for Kreiner, who fires one over. Diving save on the other side. Salem bumps it back across to the Panthers. That's Roth with the dig. Set by Gerla for Kreiner. And they send one sky high, but that's one of the benefits of having the arena here. It didn't hit the ceiling. They'll set it on the Panthers side of things now. That's Peterson who pushes it across. Now back to the Panthers. Back and forth, back and forth. Now Peterson fires it again, but the back line didn't have enough hops to get to it. 7-4. Still waiting for Maddie to, put some color commentary in there. She's got nothing though. So Peterson back to serve. She'll send it on its way. It'll be dug out, set up for the outside hitter. She fires it across. Peterson with the dig. That's Gerla setting it for Virtue. She'll fire it over. Back line will dig it out. They'll bump it back across to the Panthers. Virtue fires it right back to Salem. Salem bumps it back to the Panthers. Now there's Gerla setting it for Kelly. And Kelly with the Panther point. Rowan Kelly pushes it across where there were no Tigers. 8-4. That'll send Peterson back to serve yet again for the Panthers. She'll fire it on its way. Backline bumps it right back to the Panthers. Set by Gerla for Kreiner, and that's a kill. 9-4. And that's going to force Salem to take a timeout. As they take one, we'll take one as well and send it back to the studio to get a word from your Panther sponsors right here on your home of Mountain Grove Panther Sports, Big Country 99. Welcome back to Lady Panther Volleyball here on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. We're 9-4 in the second set. Panthers own the first set and looking to add to it here in the second. Forced a timeout by Salem over there after a couple of point run. And Sophie Peterson service will continue here. On the floor for the Lady Panthers, you got Rowan Kelly, Ellie Kreiner, Virtue, Schober, Gerla, and Peterson. Peterson serve, that's on the line. That's a point for the Panthers. 10-4. Peterson's service continues. She'll send it on its way. Back line sends it into the net. Can't do anything with it. 11-4. Serve coming. She gets it across. Back line will bump it up to the front line. They set it for the outside hitter. There's a good block from Rowan Kelly and Ellie Kreiner. Tipped back to from Salem. They'll set it for Virtue, who fires it to the corner. That's a Panther point, 12-4. Peterson sends it on its way. They'll say it's out. Point goes to Salem, 12-5. That'll send back number 3, Walters. To serve for Salem, she'll send it. Virtue digs it out. Gerla sets it for Kreiner. She fires it across. Back line can't handle it. 13-5. And Virtue will check out. Driscoll will check in for the Lady Panthers. Driscoll with service. She'll send it on its way. It'll be bumped up, and Rowan Kelly sends it right back. They'll set it on the other side of things now. Gerla blocks it, and that goes out of bounds on the other side. Panther point, 14-5. Driscoll will go back to serve for the Panthers. She'll send it across. They'll dig it out. They set it into the delineator of the net. makes it 15-5. Panthers rolling here in the second. Hadley Driscoll back to serve. She will get it over. They'll dive for it. Set it for the outside hitter who fires one home. And the Tigers will score there 15-6. And some subs on the other side of things now. As they get subbed out. Number 13 is going to serve. That's Howard, the junior. She'll send it on its way. Schober digs it out, but it flies out of the reach of Gerla, who laid out for it. Couldn't get to it. 15-7. Serve coming. They'll fire it over. Schober will dig it out. Driscoll will set it. That's Rowan Kelly, who just a little too hard sends it out the back. 15-8. Your score here. It's 15-8, Maddie. What set are we in?
Second.
The second. Driscoll will set it for Gerla. She fires it across. They'll dig it out. Sets it up on the other side of things. Driscoll digs it out. Now for Dowden, who will send it over. Dug out on the Tiger side of things, and then fired over by number 16, the outside hitter, Addison Fulton, middle blocker and outside hitter, the 6-foot senior, and she'll fire it over, and that'll force Coach Bobby Joe Bayer to take a timeout here and talk it over with their team. As they do that, we'll send it back to the studio and get a word from your Panther sponsors right here on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. Welcome back to Lady Panther Volleyball here on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. 15-9 here in the second set. Lady Panthers lead. Serve coming from Salem. As the buzzer rings right in the middle of serve, they'll replay the point there. Or replay the serve anyway. That's number 13. Howard. She'll send it over. It'll be dug out by the Panthers. Set across by Driscoll. And nobody was expecting that. Makes it 16-9. Hadley Driscoll sets it across the net and scores for the Lady Panthers. That'll send Ellie Kreiner back to serve. Kreiner will send it. And they'll dig it out on the back line. Middle setter sets it for the right side outside hitter. Dowden with the diving dig. Driscoll. Kelly pushes it across. Now on Salem's side of things, they'll set it for the outside hitter. And at 6 foot tall with the wingspan like that, you can jump up over the top of people and poke it over them. Makes it 16-10. And that will send number 16 back to serve. That's Fulton. She's the outside hitter we were just talking about. They'll set it up for Golden, who will fire it across. That's out the back. 16-11. You've got Gerla, Driscoll, Golden, Kelly, Schober, and Dowden on the floor for the Panthers. Serve coming. That's the other Fulton. It'll be dug out by Schober, set by Driscoll. Gerla ends up in the net, 16-12. Serve coming from Fulton. She'll get it across, be dug out by Schober. Driscoll sets it for Kelly. Too long. 16-13. You got to shorten those up just a little bit. Bolton set to serve. She'll send it. Schober with the diving dig. Nobody there. Point goes to Salem. 16-14. And that'll force Coach Bobby Joe Bayer to take a timeout here. She'll take one. We'll take one as well. Let's send it back to the studio to get a word from your Panther sponsors right here on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. Welcome back to Lady Panther Volleyball here on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. 16-14 here in the second set for the varsity. Lady Panthers up 1-0 and lead. We're up a lot bigger than this in this one, but have allowed Salem to get back in it. Serve coming, and that tips the net. Panthers able to barely get it and send it back to Salem. They'll set it now for the outside hitter who fires it across. Schober able to dig that one out. Pushed across by Kelly. They'll set it up on Salem's side of things. Bump it back to the Panthers. Dowden with the diving dig. Driscoll sets it over to Golden, who pushes it across. Now to Salem. Fired back to the Panthers. Dug out by Schober. They'll set it for Gerla, who fires it. And the back line was able to dig that one out. They'll set it up for the outside hitter. That's Golden with the block and the push back to the Tiger side of things. Now Schober to Driscoll to Kelly, and that will not fall as the Tigers able to get it back to the Panthers. Dowden bumps it up. Driscoll pushes it forward. Kelly fires it across, and it's too long. 16-15. Tigers within one. Gonna have to find something here. Serve coming. Bumps it by Schober. Driscoll sets it for Kelly, and this time too low as it doesn't clear the net. Tied at 16. And yes, Addison Fulton is that good. Serve coming. She'll send it on its way again. It'll be dug out by Kelly. Driscoll sets it for Golden. She fires it. And finally, one gets down for the Panthers. 17-16, 1 point advantage. Seemed like forever there, and we just couldn't get the side out. That'll send Rowan Kelly back to serve for the Lady Panthers. Serve coming, she'll get it across. It'll be dug out and set for the outside hitter on the right side. She fires it over. That's Peterson with the dig, set across by Driscoll. Now they'll pick it up on Salem's side and poked across and around Sophie Peterson to tie it at 17. And we're going to get subs here as Rowan Kelly's going to check out and Roth will check in. Roth goes to the back row. Serve coming from Salem, that's number 10. Gallagher, she'll get it over, they'll set it for Peterson, and she's able to fire it home for a Panther point, 18-17. Virtue will check in, Driscoll will check out, and Aubrey Gerla will serve for the Lady Panthers. She'll send it on a ride, they'll bump it up in the air and back across to the Panthers. Lila Golden sets it to Gerla, who sets it back to her, and she hits it out the back. Tied at 18. Anything? Still
No.
nothing, huh?
No.
Ah, man, what are we going to do? Well, it's a good thing you wouldn't be any good at this part anyway, or else I'd be out of a job, right?
Yeah.
I love the confidence. Send it. As they'll bump it up, set by Driscoll. That's Virtue who fires it across. Panthers. Who got the point? Panthers got the point, 19-18. Golden will check out. Kreiner will check in. And serve comes from Schober. They'll set it up for the outside hitter who fires it across. Schober bumps it up to Gerla who sets it for Kreiner. She'll fire it. And that's a Panther point, 20-18. Come on whenever they can, right? Here at the end, Schober will send it. They'll dig it out, bump it up, and set it for the outside hitter who fires it. And unable to come up with it are the Lady Panthers. Gerla had a wing on it, but could only get it to the net. 20-19. Super fun times. Serve coming. Schober will dig it out. Gerla will set it for Virtue, who didn't have enough on it to get it over the net. We're tied at 20. It sends number 15 back to serve. That's Taylor Fulton. She'll send it. That's Roth with the dig. Gerla with the set. Peterson gets it across. And we'll end up with a point there, 21-20. Panthers lead here as Roth will check out and Kelly will check in. Serve coming from Peterson. She'll dig it out. Set it up for the outside hitter who fires it across. Schober will dig it out this time. Set by Gerla for Virtue, and it's blocked. Blocked back to her, 21-21. Subs coming in, that's Dowden checking in for the Lady Panthers, and Peterson will check out. We're tied at 21 here. Serve coming. She'll send it on its way. Dowden will dig it out. Set by Gerla. That's Kelly who sends it out the back. 22-21, Salem taking the lead here. Allison Walters back to serve. She'll give it a ride. Dowden digs it out. Gerla sets it for Virtue, who pushes it across. That's in. Panthers tie it up at 22. And Driscoll will check in. Virtue will check out. (22-22) the score here. Panthers up 1-0. Driscoll fires it over. That's an ace. 23-22. We need two more just like it. Serve coming. And they're able to pick it up this time. They'll set it for the outside hitter. Big swing coming. And Panthers can't get to it. Tied at 23. Rotation for Salem. They've got a couple checking in and out. And there was a little bit of discussion on who was going back to serve. Ends up number 13, Josie Howard, the sophomore. I'm sorry, the setter, junior. The Panthers able to score there. You see what happened?
No.
Never mind. 24-23. Serve coming, that's Kreiner. She'll send it on its way. They'll set it for the middle hitter. She sends it across. Dowden digs. Kreiner digs, but out of bounds. Tied at 24. And that's going to send number 16 again, Addison Fulton, the 6-foot senior, back to serve. She'll get it across. Rowan Kelly bumps it up to Driscoll, who sets it for Schober, who punches it across. Now they'll set it on the other side. and push it across, but Panthers block it back to them. Set for her again. She'll poke it over with some touch. Driscoll, Dowden, who punches it back across. They'll set it up on the other side of things now for the outside hitter. Big swing, Rowan Kelly, but it goes out of bounds. Now Salem with the advantage, 25-24. Got to win by 2. Serve coming. On its way, Schober will dig it out. Driscoll sets it for Kelly, who pokes it over. They'll bump it up to the front line. She'll set it for the outside hitter. They fire it. Schober digs it. Driscoll sets it. Kelly fires it. Now on the other side of things, they're able to bump it up, but it goes outside the delineator. Panthers get the point and tie it at 25. And rotation there as Dowden checks out. Peterson checks in. Serve coming from the Lady Panthers. That's Kelly who fires it over. They'll dig it out and set it up. She fires it over and the Panthers get the block for the point. 26-25. Set point for the Panthers here. Kelly to serve again. And it'll get across. They'll dig it out, bump it back to the Panthers. Driscoll to Gerla to Peterson, and that's it. Sophie Peterson ends it with a swing of her arm here in the second. 27-25. We're going to take a break here. When we come back, we'll have the third set for you right here on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. Welcome back to Lady Panther Volleyball here on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. Panthers lead here 2 sets to none, 27-25 in the first set. 25-20 in the first set, 27-25 in the second set. I wrote it down backwards. And we're set to start the third set here. Rowan Kelly will start off with service for the Lady Panthers. Serve coming from Rowan Kelly. She'll get it across. They'll dig it out, bump it up, and bump it over to the Panthers. Schober able to push it up to the front line to Driscoll, who sets it for Peterson, who puts it over with some touch, and the Panthers score the first point. 1-0. All right, Maddie, it's all you.
No, thank you.
Serve coming. You mean no thank you. She gets it across, and that's Lila Golden, who says, not in my house. Or do they replay it? Nope, they're going to say it's 1-1. And serve goes to Salem. So, not sure what happened there. Dug out by Gerla. Driscoll sets it for Gurla. Gurla fires it into the net, 2-1. 2-1 Salem here in the third set. Serve coming. She'll send it over. Roth able to dig it out. Schober pushes it up to Peterson, who puts it across for a Panther point. And Driscoll will check out here. Virtue will check in. Kaylee Virtue checks in, works up to the front line. Aubrey Gurla back to serve. She'll get it across. They will bump it up to the outside hitter who fires it across. Roth will set it up to Virtue, who sends it over. Actually, that was to Gurla to Virtue. Now a block from Virtue and Kelly sends it back over to Salem side of things. Panthers now with the dig on their side, send it to Peterson, and that's Sophie Peterson with the Panther point there. It's 3-2. Back to serve, Aubrey Gurla. Gurla will send it. It'll be dug out, set up for the middle hitter. She fires it across. Gurla able to stick a wing out and send it up to the front line. They get it back across to Salem. That's Virtue who saves that one. Gurla to Peterson, who fires it over. And they'll say that it was an illegal touch on the Panther side of things. We're tied at 3. 3-3 here. Getting some substitutions. Serve coming. Peterson will pick it up. Gurla sets it for Virtue. She fires it over. That's a Panther point. That'll send Schober back to serve for the Panthers. She'll send it on its way. They'll bump it up to the front line and back over to the Panthers now. Schober with the dig, Gurla with the set. That's Virtue who pushes it back to the back line. They dig it out and set it for the outside hitter who puts it across where nobody can get to it. Tied at 4. It's going to be one of those matches. Number 14 back to serve for Salem. That's Green. She'll send it. Dug out by Schober. Set by Gurla. Virtue pushes it over. And just not able to get to it is Salem. Panthers make it 5-4. And that's going to send Peterson back to serve for the Panthers. She'll send it on its way. They'll dig it out and set it up. Outside hitter fires it over. Peterson with the dig. Gurla sets it to Kreiner, who fires it back over her head, over the net. They'll get it set up on the side of Salem. They fire it, and it's blocked by Rowan Kelly. Point goes to the Lady Panthers, 6-4. Panthers with it. Now Kreiner will bump it up to the front lines. That's Schober who sends it over. They'll Salem now. They'll set it for the outside hitter who fires it across. That's Gurla who saved that one. Peterson pushes it across, and they'll say 2 hits on the Panthers and give the point to Salem, making it 6-5. Peterson's going to check out, and Dowden's going to check in. Number 15 back to serve. That's Adrian Bradshaw, the sophomore. She'll send it. That's out the back line. Panthers get the point there. Makes it 7-5. We're in the third set. Panthers took the first 2. Virtue's going to check out. Driscoll's going to check in. So you've got Kreiner, Dowden, Driscoll, Schober, and Kelly on the floor as the Panthers score yet again, 8-5. And Driscoll will go back to serve yet again. Serve coming, they'll get it across. It's dug out and set up now for the outside hitter who bumps it over. And Schober dove for it, but she couldn't get there. 8-6 the score here in the third. Back to serve number 3. I just looked at 2 different rosters, and it was both the wrong one. That's Walters as Kelly pushes it, but number 16 at the net to return it to her, and Salem gets a point there, makes it 8-7. Looked at both Mountain Grove rosters. I was about to say Sadie Schober to serve, but it's Allison Walters. Walters to serve yet again. Schober will dig it out. Driscoll sets it for Gerla, who fires it over the back line, able to dig it out. They'll set it up for the outside hitter who bumps it over. Now Driscoll for Gerla. She fires it. You're not touching that. 9-7 Panthers. Man, Salem substitutes just so much. As I say that, as we sub as well, and Schober will take off, and Golden checks in. Kreiner serves, she'll get it across. They'll set it, and an errant hit there sends it into the net, makes it 10-7. Kreiner back to serve for the Panthers. She'll get it across. Bump back to the Panthers now. Driscoll to Gerla to Kelly, who sends it over. They'll dig it out and set it up for the outside hitter, and she hits the official with it, and that's a Panther point. 11-7. Serve coming from Kreiner. They'll dig it out, but the dig goes back over the net, and Lila Golden returns it to him. That's a Panther point, 12-7. And they're going to take a timeout here. As they take a timeout, we'll take one as well and send it back to the studio to get a word from your Panther sponsors right here on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. Welcome back to Lady Panther Volleyball here on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. It's 12-7. Lady Panthers up 2-0 and in charge here in the third set so far. Salem not going away quietly though. Serve coming from Kreiner. She'll get it across. They'll dig it out on Salem's side, set it up for the big outside hitter. Dowden with the diving dig. Driscoll sets it for Kelly, who fires it over. They'll dig it out on Salem's side and set it back over to the Panthers. Dowden bumps it up to the front line. Driscoll sets it for Kelly this time, or that's not Kelly, that's Golden, and she scores. Why didn't you correct me there?
My bad.
Oh, good job. 13-7. Serve coming from Kreiner. She'll get it over. Oh man. That probably won't happen ever again as it hits the top of the net right in front of Gerla. And she went to push it over but got rejected by the net, 13-8. Serve goes over to Salem. And that's number 13 back to serve. Cassidy, nope, that's still the wrong roster. They'll get it over now. Driscoll bumps it up for Golden, and Golden puts it away, 14-8. Howard is who was serving. That'll send Rowan Kelly back to serve as Dowden checks out. So you've got Driscoll, Schober, Gerla, Golden, Peterson, and Kelly on the floor. Rowan Kelly gets her serve over. They'll dig it out and bump it up to the front line. They bump it up for the Panthers. Lila Golden sets it for Driscoll, who sets it for Golden, who has it blocked. And then some confusion between Driscoll and Gerla. It ends up on the floor, 14-8. Kelly checks out, Roth checks in, 14-9, excuse me.
See, I corrected you.
Yep, right in the middle of me talking, thanks.
Sorry.
Yeah. You'll get it, 15-9. Now Driscoll checks out, Virtue checks in. Aubrey Gerla back to serve for the Lady Panthers. Serve, that's an ace. Makes it 16-9. Gerla back again. Got to meet her grandparents the other night. They thought I was Tim. That's okay. As she will get another one there. Makes it 17-9. As that one flies off the wrist of a Tiger and into the upper part of the stands. Super nice folks. Even if they did think I was Tim, that's okay. Tim's looking at me like, I don't know what you're talking about. As Gerla will get this one across, they bump it back to the Panthers. Now Gerla sets it for Peterson, who hits it just a little too hard and sends it out the back. 17-10. And Salem's going to sub here. (17-10) here in the third set. Back to serve is number 10. That's Golaher. Panthers, Virtue, that's a Panther point. Set for Virtue, and she fires it over, makes it 18-10. And Lila Golden's gonna check out, Ellie Kreiner's gonna check in. Serve from Schober will get across, they'll bump it up, push it across, 3 Panthers dive for it, then there was nobody left to pick it up off the bump, 18-11. Rotation here for Salem, I swear they rotate about every serve. And more than one, you know, it's not like one person checking in and out. They're rotating 3 and 4. Serve coming. Schober will dig it out. Gerla will set it for Peterson, who fires it into the net. 18-12. (14) back to serve again. Or this time, that's Audrey Green. And she'll fire that one into the net, 19-12. And that's going to send Sophie Peterson back to serve for the Lady Panthers. Serve coming from Peterson. It gets over the net. That's an ace. 20-12. (20-12) the score here. 5 away from shutting it out. In 3 is the Panthers. Sophie Peterson back to serve. She'll send it on its way. They'll dig it out. Set it up for the outside hitter, who punches it across, and nobody can get there. Peterson dived for it, but nothing doing. 20-13. Serve will go back to Salem. And number 15 to serve. That's Taylor Fulton. She'll send it across. Virtue to Gerla. Virtue rolls down the net and lands on the Panthers side of things. 20-14. Serve will stay with Salem. And Fulton. Serve coming. She gets it over. Dowden to Gerla. To Kelly, who has it blocked, but it goes out of bounds. Point goes to the Panthers. 21-14. Virtue's going to check out. Driscoll's going to check in. Got to talk about what a great teammate Virtue is, too. Always running up and down the line, slapping hands with everybody and yelling when she comes in or out. As that's a nice block there. That's Rowan Kelly and Kreiner combining to block, making it 22-14, and that's going to lead Salem to take a timeout. As they take a timeout, we'll take one as well and send it back to the studio to get a word from your Panther sponsors right here on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. Welcome back to Lady Panther Volleyball as Driscoll sends this one over and Salem, oh man, just barely got it back over the net. And Kreiner will fire that one and they block it out of bounds, makes it 23-14. Lady Panthers up here in the third set, leading 2-0. And Driscoll back to serve for the Lady Panthers. She'll fire it over. They'll bump it up on the front line, set it for the outside hitter who's going to bump it across. That's Schober who bumps it up to Driscoll, to Kelly who has a, is it blocked? No, it is not. Kelly gets it home, 24-14 at set point. Panthers one away from finishing it. She'll send it over. They'll dig it out, set it up for the outside hitter. She fires it across. Dowden digs it out. Driscoll sets it for Schober, who fires it across. They're able to dig it out on the outside. Outside hitter punches it over, and it hits Driscoll oddly and bumps off of her face. 24-15. Serve coming from Salem, 24-15. Set point. Serve gets over, Gerla digs it out. Driscoll sets it for Kreiner, who fires it across. They'll dig it out on the backside. Set it for the outside hitter, who sets it across. Kreiner to Driscoll, to Kelly, and it's blocked, and they're able to pick it up. Now set on the other side, back over to the Panthers. That's Driscoll bumping it up to Schober. Sets it for Kreiner, and that's out. No, it's not. That's it. They're going to say that it's in, and the Panthers take it in 3 sets. As they needed that one for sure. 25-15, the final here in the third set. We're going to go ahead and send it back to the studio. When we come back, we'll have your post-game report. Hopefully we'll get an interview with Coach Bobby Jover and finish up here tonight as your Lady Panthers take it 3-0 versus the Salem Lady Tigers. We'll send it back to the studio and get a word from your Panther sponsors right here on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. Lady Panther volleyball. Turn the yellow button off, Michael. Welcome back to Lady Panther volleyball, right here on your home of Panther Sports, Big Country 99. It's time for your post-game report. Post-game brought to you by our friends at the Grove Family Restaurant. Make sure you stop by and see your friends at the Grove Family Restaurant because they support your Mountain Grove Panthers. I've got Coach Bobby Joe Bayer up here with me. Coach.
Hello.
It was a good W tonight.
Yes.
Took it in 3 sets, senior night.
Oh, man.
Got the seniors out there, starters.
Yes.
It was a great night for the girls.
And listen, I was like trembling about that because there's been different refs. That's what I was just talking to that ref about because different refs, there's been so many different rule changes and stuff that different refs will tell you different things because they have different, view of what
different
it
opinion
is.
of what the rules.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so before the game even started, I'm like, listen, I need to know exactly how I need to do this to be legal. And yeah, I'm glad that it all worked out and the girls all remembered where they were supposed to go and it went went really well. So
first set was I don't want to say back and forth, but it was tighter than you would have thought it would have been.
Yeah.
They ended up taking it after a couple of timeouts and a couple of talkings. Second set I thought went pretty much your way.
Until the end.
Yeah, it just seems like right there, like when they got it tied, we couldn't. It's like something happened in that one girl. Who was it? 15, Fulton.
Yes.
When she served.
Yep.
It's like we got stuck.
Tell me about it. And that's just something that we've had to learn how to get through adversity. Like I told Brush this morning, I'm like, that's one of those things that we've learned this year is that there's not. It's going to take all of us this year. It's not going to just be a couple people, that can put the ball down. It's going to have to be everybody literally working like a unit. And we don't have girls that can hit straight down 10-foot line in front of a block.
Right.
And so we got to, kind of be a little creative about how we think about our offense. So, and I think that they did a good job about that this morning or this evening. They
definitely played to their strengths tonight, it looked like.
Yes.
Third set went out there and just took care of business.
Yes, relieved to see that too. Yep, it was a good night for the Panther, and that was the last in-season game, and so I was really, really happy. We ended up getting wins on all 3 sides. So.
Right. Let's talk a little bit about what's next for you guys. Districts coming up. We're playing
Tuesday.
At home.
Yep.
For districts.
Yep.
The volleyball districts will be in the arena.
Yep.
So
and
Tuesday night?
Yep. When we win on Tuesday, we'll be up again on Wednesday, I believe it is. But I'm one game mentality. You know how I roll.
One at a time. One at a time.
Yes.
Well, Coach, hey, thanks for joining us. We appreciate you coming up here and visiting with us. Great win tonight. Make sure you go down there and celebrate with your girls.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys. You guys do an awesome job. I can't thank you guys enough for all you do for us.
We totally appreciate you. Y'all have a good night.
You too.
All right, that's going to do it for us here from the arena. Lady Panthers end up taking it in 3 sets for varsity. And again, they'll play, district play starts on Tuesday, and we'll have the coverage for you right here on your home of Panther Sports. It's Big Country 99.